did President Bongbong Marcos fire Philippine National Police Chief General Torre as PNP chief after only 3 months? What is your analysis po?
Thank you for that intriguing, interesting question. Surprisingly, even Western embassy diplomats, political attaches of European and other Western countries, embassies here in the Philippines, also Asian, even Middle East embassies, they've been asking what's happening with the Philippines, what's the real story behind it. My analysis of that, based on all the information I heard, they said that General Nicolas Torre III reshuffled officers of the Philippine National Police without permission, without authorization by the NAPOLCOM, or the National Police Commission. The National Police Commission is supposedly the civilian authority above the police force, and also without the go signals supposedly of the Department of Interior and Local Government, led by Secretary John Vic Remulla, and of course without the approval of the President. Reports saying that he reshuffled the PNP without the civilian authorities approving it, and they disagree with him. We have read, and I have gotten information, that General Torre removed the number 2 general and sent him to Mindanao, but the civilian authorities above General Torre disagreed and removed General Torre as PNP chief. And the one that General Torre removed was promoted to be the new PNP chief. Very ironic and very abrupt and controversial. So people are asking, what is the real score? What is the story and why? Me, based on all the reports, the news reports, the press conferences, including the rumors, I think personally, it doesn't matter whether General Torre is correct or incorrect in his judgment. Based on Philippine Constitution and the democracy of the Philippines and many countries in the world, all over the world since ancient times, there is a principle that civilian leaders are always above military and police, meaning men and women in uniform, whether you are military general, colonel, captain, lieutenant, major, whether you are a police chief, even if you are a superstar war hero, even if you are a military or police genius, you are always under civilian political leaders. That is the principle of civilian authority over police or military authority throughout history, and even in imperial times in ancient China, in Roman Empire, it always is the rule. So I think that is one mistake of General Torre. He exceeded his authority. Maybe he became overconfident, that he became popular already. He has so many headlines. He had so many colorful headlines. He defied the former President Duterte and had him arrested. And controversially, the situation, the former president was sent to Europe, now in detention in International Criminal Court, ICC, in The Hague, the Netherlands. And also, General Torre was behind the high-profile, very controversial arrest of the leader of the religious organization in Davao, the Kingdom religion of Pastor Quiboloy. So maybe he already thought he was already a superhero. He could do no wrong. That is the weakness and strength also of some police and military leaders throughout history. My analysis is General Torre made 2 mistakes. One mistake is he violated that rule of civilian authority over police or military authority. So whether you are right or wrong, you cannot defy or disobey, or you cannot not inform the civilian leaders. So they had to remove him. Number 2 rule that he violated is one rule I personally believe everyone in the world, whether you are an employee in a private company, whether you are an ordinary priest in a Catholic church or a pastor in a church or any organization, you do not defy your boss, and worse, do not outshine your boss. I think General Torre had a fatal mistake. He became famous. He even had a publicity event. Some of the enemies of General Torre and some of the supporters of Duterte said he had a publicity stunt of accepting the challenge of Davao Mayor Duterte, the son of Rodrigo Duterte, the former president, challenged him to a boxing match. It was a rhetorical challenge or rhetorical remark, but General Torre made a publicity stunt out of it with his government allies. They had a boxing match, fundraising, charity. So he made some headlines all over the news in the Philippines and abroad. And President Bongbong Marcos even congratulated him for being a champion in a match that did not happen. So maybe it boosted his ego. In fairness to General Torre, based on what I have heard about him, I heard many good things about him also. Of course, the bad things that people are angry was that he arrested the very popular former President Duterte in a controversial manner. Many people, maybe more than half of the people in the Philippines, angry with General Torre about that. Even Senator Amy Marcos, very pissed and irritated and angry. But some people admire also General Torre for being strong and iron-willed determination. But I think throughout history of the world, there are other examples of people who have disagreed with civilian authority. So what happened with civilian authority? They fired the military leader. One example of that was General Douglas MacArthur in 1951. He was the leader of the United Nations forces in the Korean War. He disagreed in strategy with then US President Harry Truman. So he was fired by President Harry Truman as the general in charge of all the troops in the Korean War. Even though General Douglas MacArthur was very famous, very respected, another example of a general fired by a president for disagreement on policy was 1968. US President Lyndon Johnson fired General William Westmoreland because they disagreed regarding strategies in the Vietnam War. Because USA got involved with the civil war of Vietnam against the North Vietnamese communist government. The disagreement in the policies, a military general cannot disagree with the boss. So I think that's what happened with the controversial firing of General Torre. Thank you very much. Visit Kamuning Bakery Cafe, and this is the beginning of many other sessions. Please follow and tell others about this. Thank you very much.